I'm living in Cramer's Close, this estate on the far side of the road, so I have 3 girls aged 12, 10 and 6. They bring their bikes down sometimes or for a run. And we walk down as far as just before the car park there, and cars come flying around the road, a corner on both sides, both from the Huntsman side, on the Cork side and on the Kinsale side, and you could be waiting 5 minutes, and even the girls start on the bike and they could be just heading across and a car will come flying around the corner and they've stopped the bike and pulled back, and it's just very, very difficult to cross the road.
For us to access anything in the village, you have to have no path to the pub, the shop, and as you come around, obviously the bridge is quite narrow. The cars are just flying up the road. So, I mean, to be fair to the cars that are even coming down that road, they have to stop so far out that you're nearly clung into the bridge wall to begin with. So, for me to walk with them, there's not width to go that way. So I have to put my kids either in front or behind me with their back to the traffic with no path.
From my experience, the traffic picks up speed as it passes the petrol station heading up to the top of the village. And as it gets to the top of the hill, there are no signs to indicate that there's a pedestrian crossing right at the top of the hill.
We got to the median of the road. I had checked, there was nothing coming, and as I was just like stepping onto this half of the road, and I have a buggy and 2 kids walking to school, so they're about a foot in front of the buggy. So as we were literally onto this half of the road, a truck came up over the brow of the hill. I hadn't seen him as we'd been on the crossing. He clearly hadn't seen us, and it became apparent very quickly that he wasn't going to stop. He wasn't slowing down. I don't think he'd even seen my son, and he was about a foot in front of the buggy. I let a blood-curdling scream out. I couldn't even say his name. I couldn't even think of what his name was, but I screamed, and it luckily stopped him, and he was about a foot away from being killed.
A lot of the time I hear brakes screeching. I see people that come from this side, the cars coming from the Cork side stop, people come to cross onto this side, and the cars coming up over the hill are up before they realise there's somebody on it, and in most occasions they go through or they're jamming on the brakes.
This estate is the Meadows. It's a busy estate, busy intersection, and I find that once the cars come out from the Kinsale side along this road here, it's very difficult for cars to come out. The people think the village is over and they start speeding up, just like this car here, and it means that people find it very difficult to pull out of this estate, and people and kids on bikes now can't get out properly because it's very, very fast coming from the Kinsale direction towards Cork.